Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video we're going to learn how to make this top. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let us get right into it. So we're going to start off by drafting our pattern. I'm just going to mark out the length of the top. I'm marking out 20 inches, but I later went ahead to make it shorter because I wasn't working with a lot of fabric. Then I proceeded to mark my bust point, and then I just went ahead to rule a straight line. So we're only working with the full length and our bust point. So I'm just going to go ahead now to extend the lines.
Is going to be our start point. So my shoulder measurement divided by...
Now I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, but because the fabric we're working with is really stretchy, I'm going to take out half inch from my initial shoulder measurement. So what we have now is 7 inches. Now I'm coming down from the shoulder area by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and then I came down to create the depth of our armhole. Now I'm going to rule a straight line to just curve that out. Now marking out my neckline, I'm going to mark the width. I'm going to make it 2.75, and then for the depth I'm going to make it 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to mark it out and then curve it out. We're also going to use this pattern for the back piece too, so I came down by 1 inch for the back. So I'm covering the back part first, and then we're going to go ahead to cover the front part.
So I thought to complete this as 3 inches. Okay.
I'm going to slant the shoulder slope just to create that shoulder area there. And then next what we want to do is we want to go ahead to place our bust measurement divided by 4. So you're not going to use your exact bust measurement because the fabric is very stretchy. So you want to go ahead to take half inch out, meaning you're taking 1 inch out from the front and then 1 inch out for the back. So I've gone ahead to mark my bust measurement divided by 4, taking out half an inch, and then I use that as a guide to create my armhole. Now I'm placing the same measurement on my bust point line, and then I'm going to do the same thing for my waist. I'm going to divide it by 4 and then take out half inch and mark it out. So meaning when you take out half inch here, since it's on fold, we're taking out 1 inch on the front and then 1 inch at the back, like I already mentioned earlier. Now I'm just going to rule these lines to meet each other. Now because this top is sort of like a halter neck top, from this point here we're going to come out by 2 inches. You can do 1.5 inches depending on how wide you want that part to be. I went ahead to work with 2 inches, and then on the armhole part here I'm going to come down by half an inch. So I marked 2 inches here. So here on the armhole area we're going to come down by half an inch, and then we're going to go ahead to curve the lines to meet each other to create that halter neckline that we want to achieve there. So this is what we have. I'm cancelling out this part here because we're no longer working with that part. So this is the pattern we're going to use. You're going to use this for the front and the back. Now all we want to do is cut it out so we can go ahead to start sewing this.
So after cutting out the back piece, we're going to use it to cut out the front. But I feel like 20 inches is too long for a top like this.
So here I discovered the length would not be enough for the fabric I'm working with. So I went ahead to take out about 1.5 inches just so it can accommodate the fabric I'm working with. You do not have to do this if you have enough fabric you're working with, but for the sake of managing fabric, I went ahead to take that part out.
So guys,
So this is the fabric we're working with for this tutorial. This is lycra fabric, but there are different varieties of fabric you can work with to create this kind of top we're making right now. So I'm just using this particular one. So now I have the fabric on fold, and we're cutting out the back piece first, and after which we're going to go ahead to cut out the front piece. So I have it on fold, and as you can see, I'm not adding any seam allowance because, like I said, this fabric tends to stretch a lot. So I'm going to go ahead now to cut this out.
Yours. So you're cutting this exactly with your pattern because it's going to stretch out. Exactly what you have on your pattern. So your joining allowance is still going to be taken from this one here. Because like I said, this fabric stretches a lot. So we're going to take out this part and then cut out the neckline for the back. I should really pin this down, but I cannot find my pin, so we are gonna work with it like that. Give us bass, we give it boost. My fabric scissors is really getting dull. So this is what we have. So I'm going to go
After
ahead
cutting
now
out the back piece, we're going to cut out the neckline for the front, and then we're going to use the pattern to cut out our front piece.
And we're basically going to cut the front out.
So I'm going ahead to cut out the front piece as well. As you can see, I also went ahead to cut out lining piece for each of the front and back piece. You can see that because I wasn't working with a lot of fabric, I have my lining to be halfway. But if you have a lot of fabric to work with, you want to go ahead to make it a full lining. Now I placed the main fabric and the lining piece right sides facing each other, and we're going to go ahead to stitch along the armhole area and the neckline area. We're also going to do the same thing for this side, and then I'm going to come back to trim out the excess and flip it over to the right side. So we're done sewing. Now I'm going to trim out the excess, and then we're going to flip this over to the right side. We're also going to do the same thing for the back piece as well.
We're going to flip this over to the right side. So this is what we have currently.
So after flipping this over to the right side, before we go ahead to join the front and the back piece together, we want to go ahead to iron everything out. We're done ironing this. We want to go ahead to join this by the shoulder. So I'm bringing in the back piece, and we're going to place them right sides facing each other. So from the back piece, you can see what I'm doing. I'm placing my hands at the shoulder area, and I'm going to put the front piece inside of the back piece, as you can see. So now I'm just aligning everything so that they're aligning properly and everything is just straight for us to sew. So I'm holding them together, and then after making sure everything is in place, I'm going to take this to the machine to stitch this down by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do the same thing for the opposite side as well. We're going to stitch this along this part here by 1/2 inch and then trim out the excess, after which we're just going to flip it over to the right side.
And then we're going to stitch it by 1/2 inch. And I'm also going to do the same thing for this opposite side. If you're confused about anything, you want to go ahead to rewatch this to see how I got to this point.
So this is what we have after doing so. I also went ahead to join the side of the top. I'm going to show you how I did so with the other side. So to close up the sides, all you want to do is hold the sides together like this, making sure everything is equal, and then you're going to open it up. The lining piece, you're going to open it up, and then you're going to do the same thing for the other lining piece. Open them up together and then you hold them together. So from that point where you're holding it, you want to go ahead to pin this at that point here where the joinings are meeting, making sure the joinings are aligning properly. So you pin it down there just to secure it in place so it doesn't move while you sew, and then you're going to stitch this along the sides all the way down. So that is it. I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to finish up the bottom part of the top.
Make sure you're not stretching your fabric while you sew.
So after sewing this is what we have. You want to go ahead to just stack that part down so the lining piece is not coming out from the inner part when you're wearing this. So this is what we have. For the bottom part, you can either fold it twice and then just stitch it down like this, the way you see me doing right now, or you can just overlock the bottom and then fold it once and just stitch it down. So guys, this is the final result. If you found this video helpful in any way, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed already, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.